Let's get into some shit. Hi, folks. Welcome to Apocalyptic. You know, I just started the show and I didn't put my headphones on. And so when I started it, I couldn't hear the music. And I was like, what is going on? And then I realized I could hear it coming through my headphones. I forgot to put them on. That's one of those things that starts happening when you start getting really old. Things that you always rely on that you never have a problem with, suddenly you forget. You forget to put on your pants. You know, you just forget. I've been driving down the street and I'm like, I don't remember which pedal to push on my car. That's what happens when you start getting old. Hi, how you feeling? How you doing? It's spring here where I am. You might have snow, might be cold, maybe storming, but it's all changing. The time is spring. It is springtime. Fall, winter, gone away, but they will be back later this year for a surprise appearance. But spring's happening. I don't know. It's okay. I like spring all right, better than summer. But yeah, I think it's fine. Yeah, I had to deal with the angry white people this week. Now, I'm a white people, and I don't normally get attacked by the white people, but I posted something on the internets, which apparently certain white peoples didn't like. They must have thought it was too progressive. I was advocating diversity in my business, my own business. I was making a comment of how I didn't have diversity, and I got attacked. Not physically, I got attacked on the internet by a mob of angry white people. Seemed a little racist to me. Attitudes were a little racist, but I think they were just trolls. I really do. I think they were trying to see what they could get me to do. And you know what I did do? I blocked them. That's the thing. See, when I was young, my favorite thing was we didn't have the internet when I was young, but if we did, I would never have gotten off of the internet because I would have been on there arguing constantly. Because I just loved doing that. Not because I would get caught up in it. It was fun. Argumentation and debate is fun. And there's still, they're dumb. They don't have good arguments, and they think they do. And it's really, really easy to poke holes in their arguments. And, but I don't get the joy out of it anymore. It's way too easy to just hit the delete button, the block button, get rid of them that way. I don't have the time, the energy, or the interest in arguing. Why can't I say that word anymore with them anymore? Words fail me today. Words are not my friend today. Yeah, so it's been a while since I've been attacked by angry white people. And, you know, I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you're being excluded from something because the color of your skin. Oh, no. That's never happened to anybody else in the world. No, I feel sorry for you. It's hard to give out sympathy for that. But anyway, I just dismissed them. I don't know. They might come back. Who knows? White people don't give up. That's the thing. They'll just keep coming back because their egos are so strong. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's how white people have gotten to the position that they're into, is because their egos are so strong they just can't take rejection, and so they'll come in and burn the village down. You know, they put everybody in prison. They take the women, burn the houses. That's the history of white people right there, right? You don't like my religion? All right, I'll put you on a stake. I'll burn you. That's what we do. I'm not saying I do that. I've never burned anyone yet. But I'm thinking about people who don't listen to the podcast. I might go out at night and kind of, egg some houses. People not listening to the podcast. I don't know how I'm going to find it. Well, I do know how, because no one listens to the podcast. Just randomly egg a house and I'll hit them. If you listen to the podcast, what do you think of the podcast now? I think we're close to episode 40. I don't know. I don't get feedback. Is it good? Is it okay? Do you get anything out of it? Is it entertaining? I know it's not necessarily educational. I don't try to put a lot of heavy junk into it. It's just to kind of give you a few minutes just to be entertained, just to think about something else other than the angry white people who are bothering you on the internet. I just kind of want to entertain you for a little bit, maybe bring you something to think about. So how am I doing? Almost episode 40, and that's pretty good for a podcast, a solo podcast. I didn't think I could do, and sometimes I'll tell you, sometimes I just can't. This has been a really difficult few weeks. I'm doing a lot of work at my business. It's hard to take podcast time out, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it for you. Don't get paid for it. What do you think? Is it okay? Am I doing okay? Call 678-348-0008. That's the listener line that I've set up for you to call and tell me what you think about stuff if you want to, or text it if you're shy. Text, that's fine too. I don't mind. And tell me what you think. I'm on the internets. White people bugging me all the time on the internets. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. You can send me an email at rick@apocalyptic.com, or just go to the website, apocalyptic.com. Download episodes. Listen to them. I would like for you to subscribe if you would, but you don't have to. All right? I'm not going to cry. I said I'm not going to cry. Daggone it. All right. I was thinking this morning, so I'm not going to keep you long. I swear, I'm not going to. I was thinking this morning about things that I love right now. I just love that in the past, I completely hated. I couldn't stand it. And I don't know what happened. Sometimes there are exact moments where you can look at something and go, this is the exact moment when I started liking that. And I can remember a guy one time telling me that he hated cheese when he was a kid. Couldn't stand it. And they couldn't make him eat it. I don't know how anybody can not like cheese, but he didn't like cheese. And then I think he said it was the first time he ever had cheese on pizza. It just changed his life. And he was a cheese eater after that. Never stopped eating the cheese. And I've got some moments like that. I have some things like that. And I was thinking about that today because when I was a kid, when I was a young person, I couldn't stand bluegrass music. Hated it. It represented, I come from East Tennessee, the foothills of Appalachia, where bluegrass music is huge. Just, Knoxville, Tennessee is like one of the birthplaces of bluegrass. My dad loved it. My grandfather loved it. They played it all the time. And I can remember going camping, and my grandfather would sit there with a little radio playing bluegrass on Sunday morning. Couldn't stand it. Wanted to throw the radio in the fire. Hated it. Something switched. I don't really know what it is. And maybe it's age. I don't know. It could be an age thing. But I started enjoying it. I started really liking it. And I like more contemporary than traditional, I have to admit. Traditional bluegrass is a little bit like Irish music. And they do have the same roots, but if you listen to too much Irish music, you want to kill somebody. It to me anyway, it just becomes, and I'm not talking about contemporary, I'm talking about more traditional and Scottish as well. It's just like after a while, it's like the drone on a set of bagpipes. It just gets on, I can't handle anymore. There's a moment I'm just like, quit, stop. And that's the way it was with me with bluegrass music. It's like, I can't do it anymore. Can't take it anymore. Turn that off. And so I don't know what it was, but something changed to make me like it. And I almost think there's a group called Nickel Creek, and I think that they were the ones that really changed my feeling. And so they were very contemporary, very different. I tend to call it rock and roll bluegrass, even though now there's like really rock and roll bluegrass. But they were the first. I feel like they were contemporary bluegrass has sort of changed it a little bit and started a wave of new grass. I think that's what they call it. And I think that's what it might have been. I think listening to them, and they're one of my favorite groups. I got to the point where I just really, really like them. So they have a new album out. Nickel Creek has a new album out. They were on Jimmy Kimmel's show. Was it last night before last? And I was watching a video. Man, just incredible. So good. I would just like to see them live because I'm kind of done with live concerts. Not interested in live concerts anymore, but this is one that I think I would like to see. Do you know about Nickel Creek? I would say listen to them. See if you like it. Now, here's the thing. It's bluegrass music. It's bluegrass flavored, I would say. Traditionalists might not like it because it's definitely contemporary, but you might like it. I love it. I think it's one of my favorite things, and it's really opened up a whole new door for me to all kinds of brand new stuff that I wasn't prepared for to like. But yeah, that was a good thing. And there's some foods that are like that. Like I hated certain foods. Like when I was a kid, I could not stand rye bread. I remember having it one time, and I thought it was the worst thing I'd ever had in my life. And now it's literally one of my favorite breads. I could eat it really as the only bread I ever have. So I think we all have that. What about you? What's yours? I know it's got to be something amazing, and you can just call in to the listener line and tell me, because I would like to hear it. Doing a big changeover in my gallery, and that's taking up all of my time, but I'm accepting it. I'm sitting back. I'm trying to see the good in it. I'm coming to acceptance. And I'm not just saying that. Obviously I would not have changed where I was. I was fine with it. This is kind of a change that had to be done to survive, and so I accepted it. We moved on, and now I'm starting to see some benefits, and I'm thinking, wow, this is kind of cool. This is going to be good. It may be, in some respects, a better gallery than I had before. Sometimes you just have to open up and look at things a new way. We talked about that before, and I don't know that I did that with the gallery. Sometimes you don't have a need to do it until some kind of crisis happens, and then you sort of need to reinvent things. But I'm seeing in this new reinvention, I'm seeing some things that I think, wow, maybe it would have been better if we had done this from the start. So yeah, I'm kind of at a point where I'm really coming. I'm just allowing things to happen. I don't think I've made any decisions yet, whether I'm going to like this or not. But I have made the decision that I'm going to try it. I'm going to see if I like it. Like rye bread, it might be better. Maybe I'll like this better than before. Like Nickel Creek, open up whole new ways for me to look at things. And I'm going to enjoy it. If you ever want to buy any of my art, you can just text me, email me. I've got a sale on my art right now, 50% off. It's a good time to buy my art. I'm trying to make some space in the gallery. Nothing wrong with the paintings. They're still fine. I just need space. So I'm trying to sell them at a reduced price. So, this is a commercial, basically. So if you want to buy any of my stuff, now's a good time to do it. I don't have any more. I just got a craving for ice cream. I don't know why. I certainly don't need it. I got to start stretching. My body is just, it's not going to get any better. It's not at my age. There's nothing I can really do to get any better. But so I need to really prepare for it to totally be gone. So I got to start stretching. I'm decided. I'm not going to exercise. That's a dumb thing for me to ever decide, because I won't do it. I'll do it for like maybe 3 days. I'll go out and walk, and I'll convince myself that I'm now a walker. I'm going to do this. I'm a walking person. I'm going to walk 5 miles a day. I've said I'm going to walk 3 miles a day before. Recently, maybe 2 days I did that. So I'm looking at it realistically. I'm going to stretch. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start stretching. I need to lose some weight. Need to get my body limber and healthy. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do. I'm not going back the other way. I'm speeding toward death like we all are, but I think I might have a little head start on all of you. So I'll get there. I'll tell you how it is, but I'll tell you one thing. I might be limber when it happens because I'm going to stretch. At least for a week, I'll stretch. All right. I'll see you next time.